I'm going to bring to you seemingly normal looking pictures with shocking backstories. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. The Lawson family tragedy. It was cold that Christmas Day in 1929 in Germantown, North Carolina, a small farming community near Danbury. But our story begins weeks earlier when Charlie Lawson, 43, loaded his wife, Fanny, 37, and their 7 children into his truck for a drive to Winston-Salem, about 13 miles away. He bought them all new clothes, a spending spree that was unusual for the Lawson family. Charlie instructed his family to remain in their new clothes for a trip to a photography studio, where he had them sit for a family portrait. It was, he said, part of a Christmas surprise. Charlie and Fanny Lawson, married in 1911, had 8 children, though one died of pneumonia at the age of 6. Charlie moved his family to the Germantown area in 1918 and began sharecropping tobacco. By 1927, the Lawsons had saved enough money to buy a farm on Brook Cove Road. In the evening, Charlie, Fanny, Arthur 16, and Marie 17 would work together renovating the farmhouse. While removing rotten timber, Charlie accidentally hit himself in the forehead with an axe. After the accident, neighbors and family members noted a change in his personality. As Christmas dawned day in 1929, Marie awoke early to blend butter, sugar, and egg whites, roll a cup of raisins and flowers, and pour the mixture into 2 circular pans. Her signature dessert soon would be iced, decorated and ready for the holiday feast. While the cake was cooling, Charlie, Arthur, and Charlie's 2 beagle sets out on a hunting expedition. They ran out of ammunition, so Charlie sent his son to Germantown to buy more. Back at the Lawson farm, Marie was finishing up in the kitchen. Her 2 younger sisters, Carrie 12 and Maybelle 6, decided to visit an aunt and uncle nearby. What neither Marie nor her mother could know was that Charlie was waiting by the barn. He shot his daughters, and to make sure they were dead, bludgeoned them with a hoe handle. Charlie returned to the house and shot his wife, who was peeling potatoes on the porch. Shoving more shells into his shotgun, he swung open the front door and pulled the trigger, striking Marie, who slumped to the floor in front of the fireplace. Reloading, he shot James 2 and Raymond 4, then without the slightest hesitation, bludgeoned 4-month-old Mary Lou to death. Charlie escaped to the nearby woods, and just before sunset, a shot rang out, signaling his self-harm. The echoes of the gunfire had barely faded before the mournful howls of Lawson 2 beagles led searchers to his body. Police found letters to his parents on a crumpled scrap of paper. "Blame nobody but I," read on that paper. The entire family was buried in a single plot that attracted so much attention that an estimated 1,500 curiosity seekers attended the funeral. The reason for this horrific massacre is a subject of debate even today. The mention of a Christmas surprise led some to believe Charlie's act was premeditated. Others blamed Charlie's head injury. However, an autopsy analyst of his brain at Johns Hopkins Hospital found no abnormalities. Many other rumors circulated around the question of why Charlie would blame his family, including speculations that the sharecropper had witnessed an organized crime incident, that he and his family were murdered to silence them. It was not until 1990, when the book White Christmas, Bloody Christmas was published, that a claim of an incestuous relationship between Charlie and Marie surfaced. According to the story, Stella Lawson, A relative who had been interviewed for the book called the author and said she had overheard Fanny's sister-in-law and aunts, including Stella's mother, Jetty Lawson, discussing how Fanny had confided in them she was concerned about an incestuous relationship between Charlie and Marie. Wow. Jetty Lawson had passed away in early 1928, meaning Fanny had been suspicious of the incest at least a year before the murders took place. More support for this theory was revealed in The Meaning of Our Tears, published by same author in 2006. A close friend of Marie Lawson, Ella May, disclosed that a few weeks before Christmas, Marie told her she was pregnant with her father's baby, and that Charlie and Fanny knew about it. Strange stories of premonition, curses, and ghosts were rampant in the Germantown area, especially after Arthur died in his early 30s in a freak truck accident at the time. The Lawson cabin was demolished and the interest in the tragedy warned. I pray that whole family soul is at peace. Stick around. I have more stories to tell you.